From majestic castles to silent forests and abandoned hospitals, some places on Earth don't just hold history, they hide horror. Behind beautiful exteriors and tourist crowds lie chilling secrets, ghostly whispers, and things that go very bump in the night. Ready to explore the world's most haunted and horrifying spots? Buckle up. This journey isn't for the faint of heart. Sitting high above the city, Edinburgh Castle looks majestic, but its walls hide some seriously spooky stories. This historic fortress has seen battles, royal drama, and a whole lot of death. Visitors often report hearing ghostly bagpipes, footsteps in empty halls, and even sightings of a headless drummer. One of the creepiest spots? The old dungeons, where prisoners were held in total darkness. It's not just Scotland's pride, it's one of its most haunted places too. So if you visit, be prepared for more than just a history lesson. You might get a paranormal one too. Now, let's move from ghostly drummers to haunted royalty in France. Known as the tallest castle in France, Château de Brissac is beautiful on the outside, but haunted on the inside. It's home to the ghost of the Green Lady, believed to be a noblewoman murdered by her husband centuries ago. Guests have reported seeing her wandering the halls in a green dress with a face that's, well, let's just say not quite human anymore. Moaning sounds and cold chills aren't uncommon here either. The family who still lives there? They're used to it. Brave, right? This isn't just a fairy tale castle, it's a ghost story with a chateau view. From one royal haunting to another, England's most famous fortress has its own chilling tales. The Tower of London is packed with history and ghosts. This fortress once served as a royal palace, prison, and even a place for public executions. Many famous figures died here, including Anne Boleyn, who's said to still roam the grounds holding her head. Yeah, you heard that right. Visitors and guards have reported mysterious lights, shadows, and whispers. Some even refuse to patrol certain areas at night. It's a place where British history and ghost stories walk arm hand in hand. So, if you ever take a tour, keep an eye out. You might meet someone who's been there for centuries. Now let's set sail for a ship that still haunts its guests, even without leaving the dock. This isn't just a ship, it's a floating ghost hotel. The RMS Queen Mary once carried luxury passengers across the Atlantic, but after years at sea and even wartime service, it's now permanently docked in California. And let's just say it didn't leave its spirits behind. Visitors often hear phantom footsteps, feel sudden cold spots, and some even see ghostly figures in old cabins. The ship's swimming pool, super haunted. People hear splashing, even though there's no water anymore. If you ever board the Queen Mary, be ready for more than vintage vibes. You might get a ghostly guest in your suite. Now, from haunted cabins to haunted plantations. Next stop, Louisiana. The Myrtles Plantation in Louisiana may look peaceful, but it's said to be one of the most haunted homes in America. Built in 1796, it has a dark history, including tales of murder, tragedy, and ghostly encounters. One famous spirit is Chloe, a former enslaved woman who reportedly appears wearing a green turban. People have spotted her in windows and even in photos. Guests also report hearing children laughing, footsteps on empty stairs, and furniture moving on its own. It's beautiful by day, but by night, it's something straight out of a ghost story. Next, let's travel to Italy, where an island's silence hides terrifying secrets. Poveglia is a tiny island near Venice, and nobody lives there for a reason. Once used as a plague quarantine zone, it later became a mental asylum. People say thousands died on the island and their souls never left. Locals won't go near it, and it's officially closed to visitors. Ghost hunters claim to hear screams, see shadowy figures, and feel pushed by invisible hands. It's one of Italy's most feared places. No fancy tours, no souvenir shops, just silence and ghostly whispers in the wind. Let's move from Europe to Ireland next, where a castle's bloody past lives on through the chilling spirits. Leap Castle might look like your average medieval fortress, but this place is haunted to its bones. It was the site of brutal family fights and even murder inside its chapel, now called the Bloody Chapel. People have seen ghosts, heard chanting, and smelled the metallic scent of blood. The creepiest spirit? The elemental, a terrifying entity said to bring doom. Even seasoned paranormal investigators find Leap Castle unnerving. The current owners still live there and experience strange events regularly. Talk about spooky house guests. This is not your average Irish castle tour. Now we fly all the way to China, to a palace with a ghost problem of its own. The Forbidden City in Beijing might be a major tourist attraction, but don't let the crowds fool you. It's got a spooky side. This former imperial palace has seen centuries of betrayal, executions, and secrets behind closed doors. Today, guards and visitors report ghost sightings, like a woman in white who cries at night, or footsteps echoing when no one's around. Some areas are said to be cursed, and even workers avoid going there after dark. It's more than just a historical wonder. It's a maze of haunted history right in the heart of China. From haunted places to forests filled with sorrow, our next destination in Japan carries a silence that screams. Nicknamed the Suicide Forest, Aokigahara lies at the base of Mount Fuji, and it's as scary as it sounds. This dense forest is hauntingly quiet because the thick trees absorb sound. It's sadly known for the many lives lost here, and locals believe the forest is filled with yuragi, restless spirits. Travelers often report feeling disoriented, hearing whispers, and seeing shadows moving in the corner of their eyes. Compasses don't work well either, adding to the creep factor. Authorities have placed signs encouraging people to seek help. Beautiful, but unsettling. Aokigahara is one forest you'll never forget. Now let's head south, to a hospital in Singapore that's famous for all the wrong reasons. Old Changi Hospital once treated soldiers and locals, but today it's abandoned, silent, and deeply unsettling. During World War II, the Japanese military reportedly used it for torture, and many believe the spirits of those who suffered still remain. Locals say they've seen figures with no faces, doors slamming on their own, and ghostly soldiers walking the halls. Paranormal investigators often describe a heavy feeling of dread inside. Despite its crumbling walls, the stories here are very much alive. Singapore may be modern and bustling, but this hospital stands as a chilling reminder of a dark past. Next stop, Down Under, where a grand homestead hides ghostly residents. In New South Wales, Australia sits Monte Cristo Homestead, beautiful, historic, and utterly haunted. Built in 1885, it was home to the Crawley family, but tragedy struck again and again. A child fell downstairs, a maid died mysteriously, and a mentally ill man was kept locked up in a shed. Visitors claim to see ghostly figures, feel sudden cold spots, and hear strange voices. Some say the original lady of the house still roams the upper floors in a black dress. It may look elegant on the outside, but inside, it's a different story, one full of heartbreak and haunting. Now, off to Africa, where an ancient castle holds ghostly echoes of its colonial past. Cape Town's Castle of Good Hope was built in the 1600s, making it the oldest colonial building in South Africa. But it's not just historic, it's haunted. Soldiers once stationed here have reported seeing a tall, ghostly man and hearing footsteps echo through the stone halls. One legend tells of a governor who sentenced a man to death, then mysteriously died himself just hours later. Screams and ghostly bell sounds have also been reported. Today, it's a museum, but some visitors come more for the ghosts than the history. South Africa's sunshine meets serious shivers at this castle. Now to Canada, where a luxury hotel has a few uninvited guests. Set in the Rocky Mountains, the Banff Springs Hotel looks like a dream, but inside, things get spooky. Guests have reported ghost sightings, including a bride who died falling down the stairs on her wedding day. People see her dancing in her gown or drifting silently through the halls. Another famous ghost is Sam the Bellman, who apparently still helps guests even though he passed away decades ago. Some rooms are so haunted that staff don't even talk about them. It may be a luxury stay, but this Canadian hotel is packed with paranormal surprises. Heading to South America next, where even the dead don't rest easy. Located in the heart of Buenos Aires, La Recoleta Cemetery is known for its stunning tombs and its chilling ghost stories. One tale is of Rufina Cambaceres, a young woman buried alive by mistake. Ever since people say they've seen her ghost wandering the paths, others report hearing whispers and strange knocking from inside tombs. With over 6,000 elaborate graves, the cemetery feels like a small ghost city. It's a popular tourist stop, but not everyone goes just for the architecture. Some come hoping to spot a spirit, or at least hear one whisper, "Hola." Ready for one last scare? Let's end with England's most terrifying little inn. This innocent-looking inn in Gloucestershire, the Ancient Ram Inn, is often called the most haunted house in England. Built in 1145, it sits on land believed to have once been a pagan burial ground. Over the centuries, it's seen murder, rituals, and even child sacrifice, according to some legends. Guests report being pushed, scratched, or waking up with bruises. Yikes! Rooms are said to be filled with ghostly activity, especially the Bishop's Room. Paranormal investigators consider it a hotspot for spiritual activity. It may be a small house, but it's packed with big-time scares. So there you have it, some of the creepiest corners of the planet, where the past refuses to stay buried. Whether it's cursed castles, haunted ships, or whispering woods, these places remind us that some stories are never truly over. Which one gave you chills? Or did they all? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.